This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Welcome to Hello Ugly, the Dragula recap show for Titan Season 2, Episode 10, titled The Grand Finale. My name's Betance, and I'm joined, as always, by the goddess of glitz, glamour, goth, gossip, and gore herself. She's the only one from Bloody Podcast. Please say, hello, uglies, to Miss Laurian K. Roggenkamp. Hello, Laurian.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing very well. You know, here we are wrapping it up, Lori. Every year, everyone wrap it up. Everyone's looking forward to Hello Uglies, and this. Oh, I have big news I should have opened it up. Shit. Yeah. But anyway, everyone looks forward to Hello Uglies every year, and this was a good year. Good season, and. I mean, I don't know if you think it was a good season, but...
overall, I feel like looks-wise, this was the best season I think we've had. I don't think... There were a couple of duds, but they're few and far between.
Yeah.
What's the big news?
The big news is that,
Shut up!
I mean, we can't end the season without that,
Yeah.
Is earlier in the week, I don't know, I would have never thought of this now, but earlier in the week, I was very curious... And I took the transcript from our season 2 Meet the Monsters. Well, I didn't even need to take it. It was already in ChatGPT. I revisited, I should say. I revisited the transcript analysis for season 2 Meet the Monsters. Okay. And I asked it some questions.
Okay.
We'll discuss it after the break. But we make predictions. What our predictions for the season were. What our predictions. Let me tell you this before I say anything. We do this prediction thing every year on every drag show, every season of every drag show I ever do. And it's always funny how there was one year where I was right on the money.
Yeah.
Okay. To the point I tell people I didn't cheat. But every other year I'm pretty wrong, right? Or one of us is very wrong. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Lar?
Uh-huh.
I don't think either one of us has been so fucking wrong.
Oh, I think, didn't I pick Priscilla to be the winner or something like that?
I will tell you after the break. But everyone, we just had an episode Just Between Us Ghouls. I told a ghost story. Lori shit on it.
You did not tell a ghost story. You said you did not tell a ghost story. So
you're right. You're right. I didn't tell no, Lori's completely right there. I did not tell a ghost story. I just told 2 stories about my job.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all I did. And
one of them was interesting and one of them was not.
Yeah. And Lori shit on the stories. And then Lori told a story about she picked up a phone. And then
from a crosswalk.
Well, don't give away what's Just Between Us Ghouls.
You're making it sound like it's a non-thing.
Someone dropped a phone and Lori picked it up.
There we go.
Yeah. And we also tried to translate a Scottish person. A lot happened over on Just Between Us Ghouls.
Yeah, we did a lot.
We did a lot. And you can listen to that over at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. And I also talked about how I use pi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yummy.
Pardon me?
Yummy.
Yeah. Look like I'm having pie.
There's so many inside jokes. Some of them the audience will get, and some of them they will just not get. And, that's the fun part. That's the fun part.
Anyway, the point is, go over to patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia, or you download the Patreon app, join as a free member. By the way, for those of you listening, if you're not a member, it's coming out on Meet the Queens, because, we're going to do the Meet the Queens pretty soon for Drag Race Season 18. That's right. RuPaul's Drag Race is 18 years old. I can date it now.
What?
And
great.
I've been groomed. People don't know this. This whole thing has just been me grooming the show.
Great.
So now I can finally cash in my chips.
I'm glad I'm part of this reference. That makes me feel good.
Yeah. And so I've just been waiting to cash in those chips, those grooming chips that I've been doing. And so now I can finally fuck the show. But
yay.
I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to put it out there. It'll be in the show notes. I'm going to have a very special discount code that people can use to join Patreon, save some dough, save some money, and get some Patreon out of it for season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Be sure to check that out. But before we do that, we're going to go to a break. But I think I'm going to use this time on the break to do something. Lauri, I have to be honest with you about something.
Okay. Oh my God. No, I don't. Is this a drag podcast federation thing?
No. It's not what you think it is.
Okay. No. We do this every year.
I gotta be honest with you about something.
All right.
I was making those ads.
I know.
I know you're really surprised by this, but believe it or not.
You know what? I didn't mean it before, but now I mean it. Shut up.
What? It was an elaborate prank I was playing on you the whole season.
It was
about how there was a drag podcast federation, and they bought.
Elaborate.
Here's what's amazing is that was all me.
Yes,
that was me with an AI voice filter and an AI translation, having me speak in Dutch. That was all me.
I've been saying that. We do this every year.
No, we don't. We've never done this.
You did this last time. You're killing me, Smalls.
DSW, Designer Shoe Warehouse, is the one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. With sneakers, boots, and everything in between for every style, mood, and occasion, you'll definitely find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. DSW has what you need, but more importantly, they have what you didn't even know you wanted. You never know what you'll find at DSW. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or DSW.com. It's that time of year again when you start arranging pumpkins on the stoop. Try out a new cranberry sauce recipe and plan out a tablescape that'll outdo last year's. In other words, it's when you break out all your DIY holiday skills. And now, ADT is making it easy to DIY your home security too. Their systems aren't just simple to set up, they also fit within your budget. So get excited for your next project, because your peace of mind just went DIY. Visit ADT.com or call 1-800-ADT-ASAP. When every second counts, count on ADT.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
And we are back. Now, before we get into our big takeaways and the reveals of what we said on Meet the Monsters, I want to take this time early in the show, because this happens every episode at the end of the show, but I want to do it early in the show, to thank our producer, Dennis Escolero, for being a producer, doing a good job. Also, there was a few weeks where he was out of town, so Scott and Alex stepped in. I would use Scott's last name, but then Alex doesn't want his last name on the air. Oh, it's Alex B and Scott Dreyer. I can say Alex B. And they helped out when Dennis couldn't.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if his last name was actually B?
Like B-E-E. And he goes, I go, oh, you don't want your last name used? And he's like, oh, it really is my last name.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. They're an amazing producing team and whatnot. I'm actually probably the difficult one, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. No, we all know that.
I don't know if people know this. That can be difficult.
No, I think we got it. They got it. I think they get the gist.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about these. So this is ChatGPT Diego did an analysis of our Meet the Monsters episode.
Okay.
And let me tell you, first of all, what it predicted. Let's go through. Here are your predictions. Well, I'll go with my predictions first, and we'll do your predictions.
Okay.
These were our predictions for the top 3. Who was going to make it to the finale of Titan Season 2? Okay. Here's my prediction.
Okay.
I had 3. Priscilla Chambers.
Now, are we going in order of who we think's going to win, or just
I don't know what we did. I think we just did the finale.
Okay.
Priscilla Chambers, Sigourney Beaver, Dahlia Black. Okay. I got 0 out of 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Now, you and I both agreed on one. We both agreed on Priscilla Chambers.
Yeah.
But then you really struck out with Loris and Frankie Doom.
Oh my God.
You predicted Priscilla Chambers, Loris, and Frankie Doom.
Here's what my thinking was. I think I don't remember. I wish we could listen to what I was thinking, but I think it was like, since they're old hats at this, the first season.
I can ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, they're going to come in and just kill it. And I think the opposite happened. Because they were saying it's a whole new show now.
Loris or there were other predictions we made or Frankie. So according to ChatGPT, you did explain your logic. It was emotional and preference based. Loris, you chose Loris because you feel Resurrection redeemed her compared to season 1. You believe Loris is grown up, mellowed out, and improved, and that the Emmy-nominated makeup work signaled to Lauri that Loris has higher technical ceiling, and you explicitly said Loris was one of her favorites, not that she was guaranteed to win. So this was a redemption plan. For Frankie Doom, your reasoning was you're excited to see early season queens get another chance. You find Frankie's Alaska backstory and HIV prevention work compelling. You acknowledge that Frankie still looks messy and insane, but saw that as part of her identity rather than a flaw. And Frankie was chosen because Lauri likes her and wants to see her succeed, not because she analyzed past placements or Boulet preferences. And that you explicitly said, I'm just purely going by who I would like to win and not based off who I think could win.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I mean, at least I kept it real.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Now, here's some other things. We both noted that our list only... Oh, no, so we know that. So we also discussed some wild cards here. We speculated that Eva Destruction and Jaharia could reach the finale, but might self-sabotage, which I guess was actually kind of true.
Yeah.
On this one. We agreed that Jaharia would be the first to go. We said Disasterina and Cynthia Dahl had no chance.
Oh my gosh.
Still hold that.
They actually went further than I thought they would, especially Disasterina.
Yeah. And then we debated whether Jay Jolie could go far, but I concluded she probably wouldn't.
God, I forgot Jay Jolie was even on the show.
Yeah. There's even more season level predictions. We said the Boulets will trick everyone again. The first episode will probably be great, but the season will quickly fall back into the same old patterns as previous years. That's not too far from the truth. It was just more exciting.
Yeah.
It wasn't exciting because the Boulets changed anything up, though.
They didn't change anything up. I will say that this is probably like the most polished the show has ever been.
Yeah. Number 2, most of the drama shown in the trailer is from a single episode. There was more drama than that was in that one episode.
I would still say that there wasn't that much. It was only like I think 2 episodes, and then that carried over for the remainder of the season.
Yeah. Abhora, Eva, JK, and Zavaleta will be the sources of most of the drama and chaos.
I was wrong about Abhora.
Yeah, and Eva's there on the sidelines, but
well, she's not. I don't know. I wouldn't say she's. Maybe she's a little bit the cause, but I think the main thing is that she just won't pick side. Like, she's not supporting anybody.
Yeah.
She's supporting herself.
Oh, I forgot to pull something. Shit. I was actually going to pull something today. I was going to pull the Boulets, when they did their deliberations.
Uh-huh.
Because they were seeing a lot of cracked out shit that I was like, okay, we need to analyze this. That might have to be another episode. Instead of Dress to Kill, maybe that'll be part. I don't know.
Okay. Boulet breakdown?
Yeah. Number 4. Sigourney again will become a target. I think that was true.
That was true, yeah.
5.
I will say I think this season, though, was a little of her own making.
Yeah. 5. Jaharia will go home early. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
6. Disasterina won't go far. I'm going to call that a tie. Yeah.
I think she went home at the halfway mark, right?
Yeah.
Or close to the halfway mark.
Yeah. Cynthia Dahl will struggle. I will.
That's actually not.
No.
She never won.
True.
I think she was safe the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And she yelled a lot. So
Lauri said Frankie Doom will be strong but inconsistent.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no.
I think the inconsistent part worked.
Yeah. 9. The season will be extremely good television regardless of who wins. We were right on that one. Even though we weren't confident the season would actually be improved, both of you agreed that the cast is full of messy personality, strong confessionals, and likely conflict. I mean, we nailed that one.
We nailed that one, yeah.
We predicted it'll be a fun, dramatic, chaotic season, even if structurally it's the same as previous years. We were on the money on that one.
Yeah, we did pretty well.
Okay, so Lar, let's go to our big takeaways. Did you have any big takeaways from this finale? Oh, wait, I have to read something. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
This week, the 4 finalists prepare for their finale challenge, creating and showcasing 4 looks representing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse while incorporating elements of horror, filth, and glamour. They reflect on their time in Titans 2, including their 1 month to prepare for the finale and the reunion. They share their inspirations for the finale showcase and explain why they deserve to win. After a final judgment, Eva Destruction is crowned the winner of Dragula Titans 2, clawing her way out of her grave to claim the crown. Lauri, did the right monster win this season of Dragula Titans?
I'm going to say yes, but there's an asterisk to that.
Yeah.
Where I genuinely like Jaharia's looks better.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very interesting episode of Dress to Kill, if there is one.
Yeah, I feel like Jaharia had the better ideas, but Eva had the better execution. And, I mean, I don't know. I think it was between the two of them, and I just don't think they would have given it to Jaharia. Not with Eva's track record. And so, so I think, yes, she did win. I mean, she was killing it all season, and she's not a good person, not a good friend.
Yeah.
Very annoying, but damn, she can put an outfit together. So, kudos to her.
To quote, I believe it is, what was her name? I used to always know her name. Can't remember her name, season 4 Drag Race. This ain't RuPaul's best friend race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a competition about who's the best friend. But here's what I will say. And I could tell, I wouldn't say the Boulets struggled. In fact, we clearly saw them that they didn't struggle on the decision. But I don't know. I really, really pride myself on calling balls and strikes. Did Eva pull off every look? Yes. So in that way, I'll tell you where I struggle. In that way, yes. She pulled off every look.
I'm the same way with you and between you and her and Jaharia. Like I said, she pulled off all of her looks. I don't know if Jaharia did the same.
It's one of these things with Abhora. I have to really admire that she swung for the fences.
She did.
And had they worked, but you know what? Someone put a clip in from the Boulet Brothers podcast, and they made a good point.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess this is one time where Abhora didn't completely make the looks herself. She had help, outside help.
Okay.
On the rest of the season, she had made all the looks herself. And they were saying essentially like, look, it's not like Abhora came and she tried one tricky outfit that didn't work.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 of the 4 looks just didn't work. It just fell apart. But there's something that I admire where it felt like she was swinging for the fences that really spoke to me about the potential and everything that Dragula and that concept could be. Like, in other words, you know, I think I used this example earlier in the season with Eva, where Eva has, I think I did say this, she had mastered what Dragula is. But Abhora is really the future of Dragula. And so I think I see where Eva got the crown. It makes total sense. She crushed it in this finale. She, like, every look delivered. On a general thing, I'll tell you with Jaharia, my problem with Jaharia is that I felt every one of Jaharia's looks were very on the nose. So that was my problem with Jaharia. That they were
that
technically
was the same
great.
way with Eva's.
I don't think they were as on the nose.
I think they were. I think Jaharia's had like better, you know, she went sort of like for example, her pestilence outfit, right? Mm-hmm. I really liked it. I feel like what would have cinched it for her is if she had something oozing out of the holes or something, you know, something.
Okay, we don't have to get lesbian about this. All right.
But I thought it was like great. I thought she did a great job with that outfit. I loved her famine outfit. I just felt like it was just very one tone, you know? Mm-hmm. But the picture of her with the, you know, stuff coming out of her mouth and all that, like, I felt like that she did a good picture, you know? And so, I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, the person I was most disappointed with was JK. When JK came out with that pestilent outfit, I can't say it, pestilence outfit, I was like, girl, come on. Like,
it was one of the looks that was old school, shitty JK cardboard cutout look. Yes. Was it that one?
Yeah, it was the one with like the silk train, mm-hmm. And then just like rubber gloves, and she had her hair slicked back, and she just like, you know, and that was pretty much it. She was just green. She had a green shirt on, and that was mm-hmm. it. And it just gave like, I made all my other outfits, but I forgot about this one. Yeah. That's what it gave. Yeah,
JK, a couple of looks. It was, I think it was, maybe it was War or something like that, where I was like, okay, that was really good. Even Death, the Boulets were saying, like, I think I kind of know where JK was going with her Death look. I know, like, we're doing the looks now, basically. I think I know. You know what? Let's move on. We'll come back to this.
Okay.
All right. Did you have a big takeaway from this episode? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I like, my big take again was that I think Jaharia had better ideas for the finale. So if I were the Boulet Brothers and I was judging strictly based off the finale, I still would give it to Eva, to be honest with you, because like I said, I think Jaharia had the better ideas, but Eva had the better execution. And I think at the end of the day, as we see with Abhora, you know, ideas are great, but it's how you execute them that matters. So I think Eva did deserve to win, even though that makes me want to vomit a little to say. But yeah, I just I wish she was anyone but her. But yeah, she did deserve to win.
My big takeaway I don't think I necessarily have a big takeaway from this episode. Let me see. Can I do a season level big takeaway? I think my whole screed about Eva winning and who she is and how she's like, I think I know what it was. I think the description I used before was that like me. I actually compared myself to Eva. And what I mean is I have really good skills in the kitchen, right? You give me a recipe and I will cook the fuck out of that recipe. I will cook it in the way that the person who wrote the recipe imagined it would be cooked, right?
Okay.
But I feel like a person who has the mind of a chef, A, doesn't need the recipe, B, has the skills, but C, can take the concept and make the food sing without a recipe or anything like that based on their own creativity and imagination.
Yeah.
And I feel that's the difference between Eva and Deborah. To me, the big takeaway is that Eva is just a really skilled drag technician.
Yes. But
I feel that Abhorra thinks 3 steps ahead.
Well, we had that conversation before in another episode, I believe, because Eva reminds me a lot of one of my favorite shows was Ink Master, right? Which is a tattoo competition show. Mm-hmm. And Eva reminded me a lot of this guy on one of the seasons who was an amazing tattoo artist, but he was he was a technically amazing tattoo artist. Mm-hmm. So people could bring in whatever, a piece of artwork, whatever, and he would do it and he would tattoo it and it would look amazing. Mm-hmm. But he was not creative. He couldn't just come up, like if you gave him like, hey, I want you to do space, and but make it like jazzy or something. Yeah. He wouldn't know what to do with that, right? Yeah. And I feel like that's Eva. Eva is a technically great drag queen. Yeah. And like you were saying, and I think with Abhorra, honestly, I know I said that, and I feel the same way about Jaharia too, to an extent. I know I said that I kind of wanted to be done with these queens. Yeah. But I feel like if Abhorra had maybe another 2 years to just like focus and refine, I think she could come back and I think she would be amazing. So I kind of hope that she's in the next Titans season or some season so she can showcase some like really great ideas that are executed really well. Yeah. But yeah.
Never mind. We're going off on a whole other tangent. Okay, let's jump into the episode here. Okay. Let me see. After the reunion and 1 month break, the monsters reflect on the month they had to prepare for the finale. Jaharia took some time to relax. Abhorra grew a beard, and JK and Eva started preparing immediately after the reunion. They discussed making it to their JK did. They discussed making it to the first finale and then recap what happened at the reunion. Any big thoughts here?
All right. First off, Abhorra with a beard looks a lot like Edward Norton. Did you see that?
I saw her with a beard. I bet I didn't make the connection.
She looked a lot like Edward Norton. I was like, dang, girl. It got to a point where I was like, is this Edward Norton's greatest acting role? Is he's pretending to be a drag queen? Yeah. And I actually liked him with a beard. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought he looked good with a beard. Another thing I loved was Jaharia was like, talking about how terrible Dahlia was. Yeah. And then, and she goes, I just don't understand why she didn't leave or, and then Eva goes, yeah. And the thing with Sigourney and I hasn't it. And it's like, Eva was just like, not even gonna, she wanted to get her thing in. Yeah. So bad. Oh, it was so funny. Those are the
those were your things. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
The way you said it was all like, oh, she died. Okay. Look, it seemed so. Well, we're here. We're going to talk about that reunion. I mean, all the issues that have come up have been beaten to death. Once again, going with the Dahlia thing. Give me new information on why she's a terrible person. So like, okay, we get it. She was like, here's the thing with Dahlia. And I'm going to say this because I know there is a thing where I'm like, oh, I think she's beautiful, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay.
Yeah.
But be honest, Lauri. Be honest. Put yourself in Dahlia's position, okay? And let's even say you're guilty, okay?
Okay.
If there were, like, what we saw, and I'm sure it was edited down, 15 minutes of everybody in the room, including the host of the show, just fucking coming for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm torn because I do feel like she should have stayed, not because I think it would be good for her, but because I think it would have been good television. But I also feel like Jaharia was like, we just wanted to have a conversation. It's like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You weren't having a conversation with her. You were attacking her.
Yeah. I want the record to show,
all right,
you know, that if we take this out of the realm of a reality television show and put it at like a workplace or anything, it's essential, or a school or classroom. Let's put it in Lauri's classroom, right? It's just that one of the students told Lauri, I saw two of the boys smoking pot in the bathroom.
yeah,
Okay. And it turned out to be true, right?
uh-huh.
And maybe even one of the boys, the school, you suspended them or kicked them out or whatever. And then Lauri and the entire class yelled at the boy for telling on them.
Well, I will say,
and why didn't they go to them first?
To be fair, the Boulet brothers were upset. Now, I don't think they were upset because of that. I think they were upset because she lied about the producer threatening to, you know, have a mental health, you know, thing on, put a mental health thing on her or whatever. I forgot what she. Mm-hmm. I think that's why the Boulet brothers were upset with her. I don't think they were upset about her coming to production and sharing that, you know, they were drinking and stuff.
I see what you mean. However, they did seem to be on the side of the girls, where it was just like, I have to go back and listen specifically. I didn't get the strong set. I get the sense that the Boulet brothers, I don't know. It's, you know, it's the thing is that they come from the nightlife scene and whatnot. And it's just like, I'm sure that, you know, it probably in a real life situation, they wouldn't care at all, you know, but for legal reasons and insurance reasons and all that, they quote unquote have to care.
Yeah.
So, but I think in the reunion moment, it was like mad at her for being like a narc. Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is where there's the Boulet brothers as real life human producers. And then there's the Boulet brothers as characters. And they blur the lines often and at their whim. It's totally capricious when they decided they're going to play. You know who used to do this actually? And he used to piss me off. And I like this guy.
Who?
In the early days, he doesn't do this now, but in his early days of getting serious on The Daily Show, Jon Stewart would do this, right? Jon Stewart, this is before he knows a lot now, but I'm not saying I agree with his political views. I'm just saying he knows a lot more about politics and government than he did then, right? But in the early days of The Daily Show getting kind of serious, he would do this thing where he would make this big grand point, okay? About politics or government or something like that. And then as a guest, he would have on a politician. And again, this is before Jon Stewart had the skills he has now. And that politician would start doing political games and running circles around Jon Stewart because they were good at it, you know? Yeah. And Jon Stewart would then all of a sudden go like, I don't know anything, I'm a comedian. And I was like, well, dude, you can't do that. You can't say, I'm saying this, make a point. And then when they challenge you on it, say, I'm a comedian. I don't know what I'm talking about. Joe Rogan does that now, you know? And so it's the same thing with the Boulet brothers is when they want to be producers, all of a sudden they're producers and they're serious, you know, they showrunners, you know?
Do you think that reacting to the reaction of the audience and the other drag performers? Like, do you think that maybe they're trying to save face because the audience is upset and the other performers were upset, but maybe they didn't think it was that big of a deal, so now they're trying to be like,
it's hard to tell when anything happened because of just sort of the magic of production. And what I mean is, did they film this reunion right after they filmed, so no one has seen it yet? And then the girls have a month. Did they actually bring them back a month, do a reunion, and then, like, in other words, it wouldn't make any sense for the filming to end. This is what I think happened. Hold on. What I think happened is that, hold on. What I think happened is that they filmed the show, and soon after filming the show, no. Then there's a brief break. I don't know. They had to do what I'm trying to say is that they knew who was the winner of the fucking Hellbound Showdown before they did the reunion.
Wait, but how? They did the reunion, they did the competition at the Hellbound show. Then
that would mean that they did the reunion closer to the filming, because that would just make no sense to you. You're saying that you did this whole production, which cost a lot of money. Then you shut everything fucking down, and then you brought it back for this 1 hour thing you did, and then you shut it all down, and then you brought it right back for the finale.
I know it doesn't make sense, but I could definitely see them doing that.
That would be incredibly expensive, and it's not money that they have. I remember I kind of brought this up with Robert, who works in this field, right? This was a thing with RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I wonder if they just keep everything there in the soundstage for the entire year. I don't remember what my logic was for that. I don't remember why I was bringing it up. And he was like, oh my God, that would be so fucking expensive. Like, it's insane, just to even keep it there. Wow. So I don't know the magic of when they did everything. At some point, there's a lie, is what I'm trying to say, right? With the truth. So, like, it could even be something that they made all three of those girls prepare entire packages. I don't know. Then they did the reunion right before the finale, and Jaharia just did it. I don't know.
I mean, if you think about the logistics, they would have to fly Frankie Doom to Alaska and then fly her back for a reunion. I don't know if they'd be willing to do that. Yeah. But then also, if that's the case, then they'd have to put them up for 10 days or however long they do the show.
That's why I don't there's some fuckery going on here. I just don't exactly know how it works. But I don't even know what my bigger point was here. What were we talking about?
The Dahlia Black and the Boulet Brothers coming for her.
Yeah. And so, and here's the thing too, and that's why I wish I had pulled. I should have. Maybe I will. If we do, guys, here's the reason for the Dress to Kill, whether it's going to be one or not or anything, right? Is that the Boulets have not released the looks yet. I think somebody has, though. So if Lauri's available, or when Lauri's available, we'll do a Dress to Kill. And when we do that, we will also do an analysis of the Boulet Brothers deliberations, because they say a lot of cracked out shit. Like, they contradict themselves in the same breath. Where they're like, I like girls who wear black. And then they go like this. I don't like girls who wear black. It's like they're that stark. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, so okay, so why don't we I'm done talking about Dahlia Black. Why don't we just move on to the next part? For this week's floor show, the monsters must create and showcase 4 looks representing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, incorporating elements of horror, filth, and glamour. In the lab, the monsters share the inspirations behind their 4 looks. Jaharia believes she should win because she played a great game and is great at drag. Abhorror reveals they're taking big risks for the finale and says they will win because they are Dragula. JK says Dragula has helped them become a more international artist and they should win because they will do things no one else has. Eva reflects on her time through her 3 seasons on Dragula, and that the Boulets always expect excellence from her, and she will win because she will exemplify excellence in the finale. Any thoughts on the lab lore or anything that happens there?
The only one was Jaharia saying she played a great game. I mean, what game?
That even came up at the reunion where they were like, "Oh, Jaharia, you were playing everybody," and I'm like, "For what?
To what end? Yeah, nothing came of it.
The only thing where it could have happened or handled it in a way that maybe was the part where Eva got to eliminate somebody, but she played no role in that.
No, not a single role. I don't know. So yeah, that was the only thing that made me roll my eyes. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was very, very strange. I just didn't really like this is something that they've never done before, but it was a very glamour shots version of the show. So they would be talking and they would show them doing really dramatic poses, you know? They were in I don't know, it was very weird. That whole thing where they're I'm going to be silent for a second, but where they're
they're turning, yeah.
And you're like, what did they just do? Or looking down and then let me look at it.
You know that the Boulet Brothers were let's just get 10 of these. I don't know what we're going to do with them.
Yeah. Do they ever do it from up to down?
No, I don't think up to down works.
That doesn't work. But definitely down to up is one that they do.
I recently watched a video where Gary Oldman said the way to look evil is to come up and then have your eyes come up after. To come up.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me try that. Going up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's creepy.
Interesting. Yeah. There was nothing to really say. They were wasting time. And then let's go to the floor show. They did the 4 looks. I think we're going to have to really cover that on Dress to Kill. Now, when that happens, I don't know. It could be next week.
We already semi-covered it, so.
Yeah, we talked about our thoughts on that too, where it was look,
but,
the one thing I was saying to get to say was JK, I kind of get where she was going, but I don't know if it worked for me when she was sleeping for the death.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just sort of an eternal sleep kind of thing.
Yeah.
I see where she was going. I don't think she necessarily executed in a way that could have been better.
I think the pillows on her arms and the weird moon that was floating, that was what took me out of it. I liked the actual dress. I thought that was cute. But everything else, I was like, oh,
I feel like Eva and Abhora could have taken that concept and elevated it in a way where it wasn't so on the nose of sleepy time.
Yes, yeah.
All right. For the final judgment, the Boulet brothers deliberate for one final time. In a closing scene, Victoria Elizabeth Black walks into a cemetery with the tombstones of the 4 finalists and drops the crown on Eva Destruction's grave, crowning her the winner of Dragula Titans Season 2. Lauri, any final thoughts on this season and this episode?
So that final scene took forever. I mean,
I know.
She walked one step an hour. It was Jesus Christ, lady. And then also her makeup wasn't that great. I don't know if she's trying to look old.
I think she was trying to look dead, she's deceased. Oh. Look, let's be honest. It wasn't great. I felt bad for Victoria Elizabeth Black. Eva got this totally elaborate fucking. Remember, she's the one where they're just and she won.
Yeah.
Remember, there was no real ending. It was, and I would love to know the story about what happened there. I really would. I would too. And then. But also, then Eva got the crown put on her, but did it hurt her? At the end, she was, screaming, but it looks like she was in pain, and then it started raining, and it was just is she, upset that she won? Is she happy? But then if she was in the grave, how did she do the show? Was that her ghost? Well, no, they said that they sent him back to the grave to be summoned. Oh, okay. So I feel like I heard that, but I just I didn't understand the last part where she's screaming, and then I feel like it wasn't even her voice. They had some kind of scream.
put it, and it would just, but it sounded like she was in pain, like the crown was hurting her.
Yeah, but that seems to be like because then and then of course again they cheaped out on things. You know what? On their podcast they talked about how they did this bullshitty thing where because they're already dead, they did water because that cleanses something. It was some sort of like you just didn't want to fucking deal with the blood and cleaning that shit up, the fake blood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have some sort of mystical like.
I feel like the blood would have been better. Also, that outfit that Eva wore when she came out of the grave was the worst outfit she's had this entire competition.
Well, now and I was like, care. Yeah, it's not for a competition. Yeah,
that's sad that that's what you're getting an award for. It was almost as bad as their stupid confessional look with the stupid nosebleed.
It just sort of felt like, honestly, look. And this is going to be, I'm going to say something that's so controversial right now, right?
Okay. And
I'm sad. Look, I'm a diehard Democrat, even though Star doesn't think I am, right? I'm a diehard Democrat. I'm a liberal.
What is Star? Star doesn't think you're a Democrat. What do you mean?
Ask her right now.
All right. I mean, she's in therapy.
She's in therapy right now?
Yeah. I can't call her.
All right. We'll revisit this on the whatever that show is called. Dress to Kill.
Okay.
But but I'm a diehard Democrat, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But here's what I'll say. This Joe Biden ran for president so many fucking times, right? And then he was the vice president with Obama. And then there was sort of this feeling, he hated Trump. But like, all right, let's give it to the old man because he's done it so many times, right?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of how I feel about Eva. Is that like, because I actually think, and I don't want to get into this political part, but she delivered on the looks, whatever, right? All that stuff. We just said it. We've said it. We called it on this season, right? How we felt on every episode.
Yeah.
But it just sort of feels like, yeah, you got it, but you bitched and complained at like probably the same way when this the girl who never won the Emmy is Susan Lucci.
Yeah.
Then she finally won, right? We're like, okay, well, you've been fucking bitching about this for years.
Didn't she do a whole thing? Oh, sorry. I kicked my trash can. Didn't she do a whole thing where she was like, you like me. You really like me.
I know Sally Field did that when she won the Oscar for the second time.
Oh, that was Sally Field. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just scratched my ankle.
It's like Eva won, but it's like, all right, you know what? You know what? Here's the deal, Lauri. I'm glad Eva won, so we never have to fucking see her again.
Yeah.
That's one of the great things about her winning. There's a chance we might see that. It might be a while, but there's a chance we'll see this Abhora again. You know?
Yeah.
But we never have to see this stupid Eva with her stupid like, I'm just me, and I'm just here for me. I'm here for me. I'm not here for Sigourney. I'm not here for Dahlia. I don't even want to get involved. I'm here for me.
So I have a comment and then a question. I'm going to do the question first.
Go ahead.
Who's the queen who won the first ever Dragula? Was it
Vander Von Odd?
Vander Von Odd. Okay. For some reason I was like Sochi Mochi, and I was like, I don't think that's a person. What happened to Vander Von Odd?
They do this all the time. They do this all the time with the Exorcister. Yeah, remember when Cynthia Dahl was the Exorcister? She came in for a few episodes, then they just vanish, and you never hear from them again. Yeah.
And then my comment is, I forgot to say this about JK's pestilence look. Mm-hmm. The sound effects that were going on were doing so much more work than she was. Mm-hmm. If you have a chance, go back and listen to those sound effects that are going on. I mean, they're trying their hardest to make people not see what's happening on stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways,
I doubt I'll ever go back and watch this again.
Yeah. No, I'm like you said, I'm glad. You brought up a good point. I think in one of the episodes that every queen that's won, you don't really hear from them.
Yeah.
For the most part. And so I look forward to the day when we can go Eva who, because I just don't have I wouldn't go see her shows. I have zero interest in her whatsoever. I mean, like we said, she's technically a good artist and she deserved to win, but it's just it sucked the joy out of the show, to be honest with you.
It really did. And any other final thoughts?
Nope, that's it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this season of Hello Uglies. Be sure to join us next year as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of, each episode of Dragula. It's good. They're going to season 7 next. Dragula season 7. So for Lauri and Kate Roggenkamp and myself.
So long, uglies.
Thanks for creeping it real with us here on Hello Uglies. Got a bone to pick or praise to raise from the dead? Email us at hellouglies@afterthought.media. Want your voice to haunt our next episode? Leave us a scream at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. If you want to keep our crypt open and the blood flowing, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. This episode was brewed and stitched together by Dennis Escalero. A monstrously huge thank you to our expensive tier ghouls over on Patreon. You keep our coffins company. Hello Uglies is an Afterthought Media production. Until next time, stay spooky, stay sickening, and remember, beauty is only skin deep, but ugly is to the bone.